Chick-FeLaShe-O, where we pay for our dreams. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Tell your friends about the page. So today I'm going to be discussing the art of negotiation. The art of negotiation. And I'm going to be talking about, I'm not going to particularly get into the prices of the women out there, but I'm going to talk about the dollar amount and how far it can go and what you should do. I recommend you should do at what time to get the best price from each of the women. So today, right now, I'm going to start with the Dominican pesos. So right now, as of today, the Dominican peso, $1 American is worth 54.50 Dominican pesos. 54.50 Dominican pesos per $1 American. Right. Now, what people got to understand is this doesn't necessarily mean that everything is so much cheaper there, because some places in these things I'm going to talk about, some places they kind of offset it, where you might think it's 54 per $1, but then when you actually break it down, it's actually $5 when you calculate it up, to how much it actually is. So with that being said, that's the Dominican pesos. The next one is Colombian pesos. The Colombian pesos. So for $1, the Colombian peso is 4,307.46 Colombian pesos. Now, unlike DR, Colombia is a little more cheaper. Matter of fact, it's a lot more cheaper actually than DR. And the pesos go a little bit further. So since they're a little bit more cheaper, I can say that for $1 out there, you might be able to get away with something somewhere around there, right? So here's the thing. You can find some really good deals in Colombia, in Colombian's pesos. So I had got a room out there, and it was a pretty decent room for only $2.30. $2.30. I paid. It was like $2. Yeah, $2.30. So it was cheap. It was pretty cheap, but it was a nice room. It wasn't like, oh, this is a piece of shit. Like it was better than a lot of rooms in America. Let's put it that way. So the next is the Thailand money. For $1, it's 36.23 at the time of me making this video. So 36.3. Now and again, might be a little bit different when you go there as far as how you're going to be gathering, things, because things that might be a little more expensive and it might offset there what it is. But just know that $1 American is 36.23. And the last one I'm going to do today is the Philippines. $1 American is 55.72. And again, same rule applies for each of them as far as that goes. Now, I'm going to give you some tips on what I believe that would work for you if you don't want to spend over $150 for the girls, if you want to stay under that. Now, here's my thing. I don't like to tell people exactly what I paid. And I seen in one of my videos, someone made a comment and said, oh, you make a video and you don't really tell how much it is. Because here's the thing. I don't really want to ruin it for people, as far as the experience goes, and me giving you exactly what I paid, because that's really not what this is for. If you have the money, you can pay whatever you want. If you feel as though you want to pay more, pay more. If you feel as though you like the girl and you want to give her more or give her a tip, then do that. But I'm not here to tell you what you shouldn't pay and what you should pay if that's what you want to do. But I am going to recommend what I believe that you should do as far as if you want to get it a little bit cheaper. Now, I'm going to give you two sides. I'm going to give you one side. One side, I'm going to give you how to do it cheaper. And the other side, I'm going to give you just the art of negotiation, period. So let's go with the art of negotiation first. So when you meet a girl, usually in one of these countries, they have a set price already in mind. Now, you got to go into this thinking that the average woman that you may come across, if you say you want an hour, they're going to say to you, they want $100. If you say you want all night, they're going to say they want $150. Some even say 200, some say 3, right? And 9 times out of 10, most men are not paying $300 for one girl for the whole night. Most men are not paying $150 for one girl. So here's what you do. And this is the tip that I give people. You tell a woman, you say, one of the women, you say, how much for an hour? And some of them might say $100, right? Then you say, okay, I'll give you $50 for half an hour, right? Now, I don't know about you guys. This is me. I don't know about you guys. For me, I don't spend more than 45 minutes to an hour on one girl. I don't. Usually, I'll fuck a girl for about a good, maybe 35, 40 minutes. And then that's it for me. Then I'm out and trying on to the next one or whatever, you know? And if they say to you, well, I want 100, then you say to them, well, I don't want the whole hour. I just want a half an hour. Now, usually 9 times out of 10, you're going to get them. They're going to say, okay, give me $80, right? Now, depending on how much you trying to spend, if you really trying to spend, let's say, if your budget is $100, but you just trying to get her for the low, then I would say negotiate it to the point where you got her at 70. So just meet her at $70. Just say, I'll give you, if she said, well, give me 80, then you say, I'll give you 70. And 9 times out of 10, for half an hour, you're getting the pussy, and for half an hour, you're going to be doing it, you know, for $70. Still a good deal, right? So that's what I would say as far as that goes, and that would be the art of negotiating. Now, if you want to be a cheapie, here's what you do. And I don't like giving away my secrets, but I'm feeling generous today. So what you do is you wait until the middle of the night where it's almost time for everybody to go in. And you tell her, when you walking out, you might just usually what I do is, if I want to be cheap, I'm usually not cheap, but if I want to be cheap, what I do is I'll get a bunch of girls' numbers. I won't really set it up, because a lot of girls, what they do is they'll say, where you at now? Let's go now. Let's go now. It could be 9 o'clock. They'll be like, let's go now. Let's go to your hotel now. Because they want to hurry up and get back. So what you do is, because you're only going to take one for the whole night anyway, right? Right. So what you do is, you tell them at the end of the night, if you see one that you like, or if you had one on your phone that you like, that you talked to earlier, you say, how much for an hour? And most of them will still say $100. Some will say 70, right? And if you want to be a cheapie, you say, okay, I'll give you $70, right? If they say 100, they're going to most likely take that deal because it's late and they don't have nobody. So they're going to go with whatever deal they can go with as fast as possible, because they want to make the money, you know, and it's $70. That's better than no money for that whole night. Now, I will say this, Colombian women are a little more difficult with this. They're a little more difficult with this because a lot of times they will just say no and they'll wait till the next day because they feel like they don't really need them. Dominican women will jump. They'll jump a little faster at it, but you'll get some for $70. But here's the thing. Usually when you get the ones that want $70, $80, and it's like 2, 3 in the morning, they end up staying the whole night anyway. So you basically got them for the whole night. Now you might get some girls who they go by how many times you have sex. Now if you have sex twice, then she's gonna want to be paid twice. Or if you talk to her and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you 70, but in the morning I'll give you an extra 20 if you top me off, you suck my dick or whatever. And they might do it, for extra 20. Now you only spent 90 and you fucked her at night and in the morning. So just keep that in mind. Now, it really depends on who you are and how good are you at, or how good you are at negotiating, because if you negotiate with some of these girls, you might not be a good negotiator and they might just turn you down. And a lot of guys get really frustrated because most men don't want to pay for sex. They think that they're supposed to get it for free. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck her for free, or I'm here to let you know, nothing's for free. Trust and believe you're gonna be paying some type of way. Just understand that. So, if you're not good at the art of negotiation, email me and I'll give you some more tips, some new tips or some other tips that I learned that'll help you as far as the art of negotiation goes. So the email is in the description. Also to, the links in the description. If you don't have your passport and you want to, go out to the pussy paradise and do your thing, then click the links in the description box, so this way you can get up on your passport, and has everything else in there too. I'm going to put, as of today, I'm going to put how much the pesos and the Thai money and the Filipino money is in the description, so you would know how much you're spending. I hope that answers your question or your statement about me not saying it. Again, you have to learn how to negotiate yourself, because some guys go out there and they only pay $30, $40. They're that good at negotiating. Some guys don't. So, Chick-FeLaShe-O. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Tell your single men friend about the page, man.